Wild Dispatch.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Wild Dispatch. Not just any old episode. Today is the 75th episode. I stopped celebrating milestones a little while ago when I realized it was probably just annoying people because no one cares as much as I do, obviously, about this project. But I couldn't wait until next week, in which we have a fantastic episode going live. But this is a mini episode to take stock for a second and also thank everyone who's been listening, who's been supporting, everyone who's been following through thick and thin. There have been good episodes. I'm sure there have been less good episodes. I certainly have my favorites. It's been a journey the past couple of years, 2-ish years. One which I know now is going to continue for a long time. I'm meeting so many amazing people. It's been truly, actually life-changing. Sounds a bit over-emotional, but yeah, some of the stories and the wisdom over these 2 years has been really fantastic in changing my perspective about the world. Where am I right now? As feels appropriate, rather than recording this celebration in my recording studio, if you can really call it that. Spare room, I guess, is what I should call it. It makes sense to actually record out here while I'm out in the boonies, admittedly in the rain, but having a great time. I should also add that it's been a bumper morning. It is turkey season, saw birds first thing, right where I suspected they would be. Managed to not wind them up too much and kind of figure out where they're going. I thought they were going to stay on the other side of this gorge. It's just a small little cut, basically, with a little river trickling through it, but I'm not allowed on the other side. So I got pretty excited when I kept eyes on them and then they flew across over to my side. I managed to move quickly into a spot where I thought that they were going to come up and then cross over a skid road. But man, I was just, they popped out like 50 yards in front of me, which with a bow, I think I probably would have taken that shot. A compound bow, but I'm using my recurve. So, that was tough. I watched them kind of move across. I looked a little bit. They didn't like what they were looking at and then kind of like trotted up the road. I ran after them to try and make a quick maneuver, but they were just gone. They do that. They disappear into the woods so easily here. It's like steep and nasty and it's raining. So yeah, they just vanish. The other very exciting thing to report is that whilst I then had a look around at some spots where I found mushrooms before, I found like a good haul. Lobsters are kicking off this year. I've probably found 5 or 6 pounds of lobsters already, and hedgehogs are starting to pop, like the sweet tooth bigger ones, some chanterelles, and then even matsutake are popping out. So yeah, I found like a few choice matsutake in a spot where I found them before. So good day. Yeah, I think I'm going to head back and rest up because I have the grown-up version of chickenpox again. So for some reason, I guess I've been pushing myself too hard, and I guess I'm a bit sick. So yeah, I'm not going to go too crazy up and down the hills today. I'm just going to go veg out. Already a big success. So enjoy an easy afternoon. I'm getting distracted by a bump in the ground already. Looking at a duff muffin, trying to see if there's a mushroom under it. Actually, while I'm standing here, I've just found a couple more lobsters. These ones are real freshies. There's a few that are completely blasted on the surface, but there's a couple of little bumps in the duff that are calling me to just have a little rummage around and see. So it's nice to be able to read the terrain and find stuff without it actually having to be showing itself completely. Amongst these lobsters, who are obviously all fucking weirdos, which is why I love them, some of my favourites, There's one which is even weirder than most. It is only partially infected with lobster. So this is a Russula breviipes, which is the original species of mushroom before it gets infected by hypermyces, I think. But there's only a sliver, only maybe like a fifth of it in a little like pie diagram is infected. It's weirdo in that tiny section, and then the rest of it looks like normal mushrooms. So that is, I've never seen that before. Has anyone else seen that? Like, shoot me a message if you have. I'll probably do a post about this on Instagram. See if anyone's seen this. I've got to do a quick wrap up about the mushroom season this year. I'm sure it's the same for everyone, but it is a bumper year. I mean, I've only been mushroom hunting 4 or 5 years, but this one is a special one. Yeah, so many lobsters, chanterelles, porcini. I picked over like 100 porcini. I got so many jars of dried porcini. I got porcini coming out of every orifice. I don't know what to do with them. Yeah, I've just found matsutake. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's exciting. I will probably do some more mushroom related episodes at some point. I need to talk to some more folks from the mushroom world. I got a couple of people in the pipeline, but obviously everyone's having an amazing time right now, and they're out in the woods chasing the mycelium, or chasing the fruiting bodies of the mycelium, I should say. So maybe some of these episodes will be an opportunity to reminisce about the good times that this season has brought. Next week, it's actually raining on my paper bags. Next week we will have, I suppose this is going to come out better in my brain. Next week we will be returning to our normal programming with a gentleman whose name is Stephen Klinger. Is a top bloke who knows how to chase dopamine like not many others in the world. So he has all kinds of wild adventures in his history. Yeah, he's done all kinds of crazy stuff. He's a hunter. He is also someone who uses jet boats in a way that I've never ever seen before. And that basically involves using an outboard engine on an inflatable boat that can travel at high speeds through rapids, but not down rapids, actually up rapids. So, yeah, Stephen is actually the proud owner of a number of first ascents of wild rivers that he charges up, him and another friend in a boat, and they go all the way up through like glacial archways into like a glacial lake where they may or may not do a bit of fly fishing. The footage this guy has is incredible. But yeah, ultimately they use their boats to get deep into areas that no one else can get to. Whether that's just for the pride of being the first person to ever do it, or whether it's because it gives you access to areas where you can shoot a giant moose and then deflate your boat and put the moose on top and then get out of Dodge. So, all that to say, that one's going to be coming soon next week. Stay tuned. Right, I think that's all for me. From now, I'm getting wet. I'm covered in mushroom debris. I need to finish processing these things and, yeah, get out of here. If this is the first episode that you're listening to, then welcome. This is a bit of an anomaly, I can assure you. There are many other episodes involving lots of really fascinating people who have a amazing connection, a deep connection with the wilderness in all kinds of different ways, in all kinds of different places all over the world. There is a lot of really entertaining storytelling and interesting wisdom coming your way. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Thank you everyone who keeps coming back. If you do have a moment now, it would be amazing if you could just take a second to stop, go on the old review section of whatever provider you're listening to this podcast on. Give us a follow if you haven't already. I'm sure you probably have, but just in case, give us a follow and leave a good review. A 5-star review is always the nicest. I'm trying to keep my pure reputation. I'm still at 5 stars so far. I'm sure someone now is going to jump in and go, oh, you know what? I'm going to change that. But yeah, that would be really appreciated. It does make a huge difference in what gets shown to people in the algorithms when they're searching for podcasts like this one. If you know someone who is getting into wild stuff or you think should be more interested in the outdoors, then it would be amazing if you could sling this podcast their way. Maybe choose your favourite episode and send it to them. Or this one, who knows? I'm not sure this is going to make the best first impression, but knock yourself out. Right, that is quite enough waffling for one day. I'm sure all the turkeys have heard me and run away. I mean, some already did, so I don't know if there's any left in the first place, but the mushrooms can't run away. So at least there's that consolation prize. Okay, see you all next week. Thanks again for listening, and until next time. Small Chantal, fucking everywhere. What's that? Looks kind of like a porcini, but it can't be. Nah, not a porcini.
Welcome to the Wild Dispatch.